Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the late night Monday stream. Tonight, I am super hungry. I haven't eaten. Let's see. For the title, let's say Hot Slabs Monday. We'll say pricing up tons of slabs. That's what we're going to do. And I could say new slab aways. We could say, well, we have a Mark giveaway, don't we? Mark giveaways. Let's see, free slab giveaways. And what else? Anything else that's fun? Mega Dream, Restock. All right, so just the things that are going on. Hot Slab Monday. Let's just say pricing up tons of slabs. How about that? That's simpler. All right, so pricing up tons of slabs. I actually have a terrible headache right now. Very, very, very annoying, and no painkiller. We're going live for a Monday night. All right. So I'm just going to be taking it easy this stream. I have a Wegovy headache. So annoying, man. Anyways, I go in for a blood test tomorrow. So they're going to decide, you know, like how all my vitamins and everything look. Ooh, Brandel Vargas sending a lot for Kardos Gengar. He doesn't want to miss it. I don't know, Brandel. I think I just want to keep it. I'm teasing, man. All right, so he's paying off Brandel Vargas. Here it is. Did we cancel this Brandon Boutillier Pikachu Gengar? I feel like we canceled that one. All right, so you have 2,672 remaining. Minus 1,500. So 1,172 shall remain. Boom. All right. Very nice. He said, wait a second. I kind of want to keep that Gengar. Okay, let's delete this. Good. Oh, excuse me. All right. Action required, your PSA receipt. So we got PSA finished another submission. It's one of my personal submissions. Actually, it's one we opened just for Karis, and it did so poorly. It did so poorly. And in fact, there were no upcharges on that submission, which is funny because when you're told you need upcharges, that's always the sign, isn't it? That's the sign that you've got a good thing going on. This one did not require any upcharges, and so you knew there were no good grades. Nothing expensive. But yeah, so we got a really unusual return coming in. There's going to be a lot of non-Pokemon in there. You also see some Pokemon Poker coming in. Lots of 9s on those Pokemon Pokers, unfortunately. It's not the case. When you send out fresh poker cards, it's not the case that they always turn into 10s. They turn into lots of other grades, too. So I saw that, and it was just really rough, man. It was not looking too good. All right, let's jump over here. Says we've been busy bees at on PSA. Let's see, times 12. All right, cool. So, meow, 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 meow. Here's some music playing. CASHAPP order, huh? So there's so before we get too far into the stream, well, I tell you what, let's finish setting the actual stream up. We have a responsibility to set the stream up. So let's start there. Let's grab this. Let's grab the website. Let's pin the website. Mr. What's up? Hey, what's up, Mr. Isaac? Sometimes I get good grades and no upcharges. Well, aren't you just Mary freaking Poppins or something, bro? Sometimes the good things happen to me and there is no downside. Oh, well, we can't all be you. Okay, we're hitting save. No, but I did get one grade I really appreciated. I guess I sent them a red deck Charizard and that got a 10. So that'll go straight into the personal collection. Poker cards, you're going to hear about them a lot because we're getting them back from PSA. They're pretty much the bee's knees. I like them. I think they're way undervalued. And I'm going to keep, you know, tooting that horn on those. All right, very good. Victor Cardenas just sent in an order as well. He said, actually, I do want the yellow Pokemon game. All right, let's see, slab away. I have a feeling that was underpriced too. What do you think, Mr. Victor? Let's see, probably under Aovic. Yes, Game Boy Pikachu. We sold them for $1,600. I'm just curious what Pikachu Game Boy does these days. It's gonna be like 4,000 or some stupid shit like that. Let's see. We'll do VGS. How about VGS? VGS. Pikachu. No. VGS yellow version sealed. All right. Here's one that got a 60, which is not a very high grade. It went for 2.4 thousand. And then we sold you this one for 1.6 thousand. Yeah. You know, Pokemon in general was a bad thing to sell over the last couple of months. Pretty much if you had just held on to your Pokemon, you did much better. Wow, is this real? Is this correct? Sealed Pikachu selling for 12,000? Man, I don't know, man. It might be worth around 2.5 to 3,000. I'll grab it for you. We will always honor our Slabaways, guys. That's one of the reasons why they're so very good. All right. Let's see. So, Mr. Aelvik. Here it is. Everyone, please appreciate his new sealed Game Boy Pikachu, which he probably got for a very good deal. And then we're going to remove this. Okay. We're going to... Oh, we don't have to hit save on that. So you also sent for shipping. How does that work? Let's see. So this one's an unusual one to ship. It's kind of heavy. Let's go in. We're going to get you... Thinking what kind of label we're going to print. I think we'll print a standard label for you. Let's reset the shipping software. Kind of tricky to comp. Yeah, on the one hand, it's CGC 7.5. But on the other hand, I actually have seen the box myself. It's in such fantastic condition. It says the seal itself is HSEAM A+, and I'm pretty confident it undersold. Of course, at the time that you slabbed it away, maybe it was the appropriate price. And as I recall, I'm selling it because I never display them. All right, so I have your old address. Is it the same? You haven't moved? You haven't gone anywhere? Let's see how heavy this is. You got anything else to ship, by the way? Let's make it 4 pounds. No, let's make it 3 pounds. I don't think it's 4 pounds. Good grade on seam for sure. 4. Okay, so good. All right, so we'll say 10 by 8 by 4 for the box. Let's turn on the comments over here. All right. Yeah, we helped a lot of people acquire some pretty expensive cards over time with Slabaway. I'm pretty proud of that. You know, like, it's a win-win ultimately. Like, it's a little bit of a gamble to put cards into Slabaway because you don't know if they'll go down. But it, you pay it down, and then I roll that money over into something new. That's what ends up happening. I roll it into something new. Of course, nowadays, it's not so clear what to roll it over into. It's much trickier. One thing I'm very confident in, though, I believe it or not, still the poker cards. The fact that they've already kind of like doubled or tripled in price is a pretty good sign. And I just think their age of 1996 being the same age as the base set, you know, they're like a specialty set, right? Like Cardos or Sealed DOS. And I think that they've been so cheap for so long, people don't respect them because they're cheap. They go, oh, that's cheap. That must not be collectible. You know, the funny thing is, the moment it tips over a certain threshold, the moment you get a news story where it's something like Poker Charizard sells for 10,000, people are going to raise their eyebrows. They're going to be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have ignored that for so long. And I think it'll happen. All I ask is don't use FedEx. Yeah, we never used them. Why you stream so late? Isn't it like 2 a.m. for you? Yes, this is 2:26 a.m. I don't know. It's just the time that we stream, I guess. That's a perfect case for that sealed box. Working hard like usual. Yeah, so I've done well over time from all the hard work we did. I made money selling all the stuff I sold, but I feel like I helped other people make money too. So it's a good feeling. And sometimes running a business isn't just about profits, you know. You think running businesses are strictly about profits. That might be true for, like, I don't know, like the toilet paper company or some. So I don't even know about them. I don't even want to claim that for them. But, you know, I think that there's a lot of personality that goes into business too. You want to do something that's like productive. You want to do something that makes you feel good at the end of the day. Oops. We helped Miss Jennifer Yap acquire an Uyama P. I don't know how we're going to ship this. So this will just be wrapped up in bubble wrap. That's how it'll be shipped. All right, there we go. The label's finally here. Is it wise I sell a large portion of my collection to put down on a first home? Well, you got to live somewhere. So, you know, if you're going to sell your Pokemon cards for something, buying a home's pretty reasonable, actually. Because, you know, what in this world can money buy? Well, it can buy Pokemon cards, but where are you going to put them? You got to put them in a home somewhere. So that's a decision I'm making too right now, is to maybe buy a different home. I'm very stuck on the decision where, though. So, Aovic, I'm thinking of just sending the game itself, and maybe if you have any slabs, this. Oh, I just feel terrible. Hold on. All right. Do you think it will only be the earlier decks, or do you think even the ones from the early 2000s will do well? Well, I do think that there will be a premium on the 1996, 1998, and 2000 decks. So those will have a premium. Anything after that time period will probably be looked at, I don't know, the same way we look at stuff like X-White era, Black and White era. You know, you look at it and you go, it's more like newer stuff. But, you know, this is the thing about those eras, is that sometimes those cards are really rare. And those kids who grew up playing Black and White, they're hitting ages where they're old enough to invest in Pokemon cards too. So we don't fully know what it'll look like. So look at this. Ha ha. Alex Garcia, mystery solved. The mystery was solved today. It hasn't been shipped, obviously, but the mystery has been solved. This card got put into Miss Alexandra's box, and it was a standalone box for just her stuff. That's what happened. So that's why we would not find it, because if you went looking in the AL box, it wouldn't be in the AL box. The AL box would be holding, well, it would be missing Miss Alexandra's cards, because she had her own private box. Ha ha. Okay, a simple missort was the reason his stuff was hard to find. It's usually something like that. All right. We found that today, by the way. Mr. AOG, are you Mr. Alex Garcia? You might be. I'm very bad at matching real names to YouTube names. You have to talk to me a lot to get me to make that connection in my mind. But there it is, Alex Garcia. No more mistakes now. We'll get your card to you, okay? Very nice. Thank you, Mr. Yes. That's what I thought. Okay, so, yeah. And by the way, Miss Alexandra helped out with that. She mentioned, she was looking through her pictures. She's like, you know, that looks an awful lot like his Alex Garcia's. And so she mentioned that she had a picture of a slab that she wasn't sure was hers. And when I looked at it, I said, sure enough, that's the one for sure. And then it was just a matter of where the heck is her stuff being kept. So she had her slabs in the AL box, but she had a separate box with even more slabs. So the mystery is solved. All right. Surely buying land is the best thing to invest in. Is it? There's an awful lot of land on Earth, right? There's a whole bunch of land. Now, maybe if you mean buying a land in the one spot everyone's trying to live on, maybe yes. But the government tends to start to tax you for that. So you buy this thing, and what you're really doing is renting it. So you're owning it, but you're renting it. It's really interesting. And land does not appreciate as fast as Pokemon cards sometimes. I mean, it's not even close, actually. Pokemon beat land by a lot. Also, what happens in this world if the world population declines? What happens? Well, the land might not appreciate as much because fewer people are demanding it. So it's a tricky thing, but I guess you could make the same argument for Pokemon. You could say, well, if the population declines, maybe not as many Pokemon cards will sell. So who knows? Why was the Star Wars sketch card not graded and only authenticated? Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with it. This is a sketch card, and when somebody draws on a sketch card, they scratch the card, they wear it out, and so sketch cards almost never grade 10, although weirdly enough, I own 2 graded 10 sketch cards. But you can see the corners are just kind of worn out here, 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 and here, and that's because the artist would have had this on a table, and he would have been going da 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 da. So the card gets worn out. And so what a lot of people like to do with sketch cards is just get the authentic grade. There's no reason to give it like an actual numerical grade because nobody's buying it for the numerical grade. There it is. People aren't buying this for its numerical grade. Now, we're at 1 out of 13 with that break. We have all these wonderful breaks. If I was going to jump into a break, I'd jump into this one because it's so very close. This one has 5 spots remaining. It's Ghastly. Ghastly's almost done, everybody. So, Mr. Victor's done with his Pokemon Yellow. That's a big order tonight. We have Mr. JZ. He says, for some junk bags, please. Junk bags. You sent $14. Junk packs are $3 each. So you really sent enough for 4 junk packs and $2 left over. But I tell you what, JZ, I'll give you 5 of them, okay? So let's give them 5 of the junk packs. You ready? $14 gives you 5 junk packs. Wow. Well, it's supposed to be $15, though. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we got 5 junk packs. What is inside of a junk pack? Junk is inside. That's what's actually stored. Okay, you ready? Oh, I already read that. Do they still want to let go of the horse? Any walks lately? No, I have just this terrible headache today, and I've just been laying down trying to recover from it. So we've got Victory Feast Tiona. Wow, that's an old card. Fossil Machine. Some Dragon Ball Hollows. We've got the Goldfish, Drillbur. He's actually new. Nikkei cards, some One Piece. You see a pattern here, right? A lot of this stuff was donated stuff. It was stuff from expired bags. And it's just stuff I'm probably not going to grade. Here's a Minnie Mouse Hollow. Here's a Little Mermaid. Here's a fresh Cardos Growlithe. Not Cardos. This would be Taruka. Karuta? It's Karuta. So this is fresh Karuta Growlithe. Pack fresh, really. Prison Planet. Krillin. The same hollow again. And more One Piece. Who doesn't love more One Piece, huh? Okay. And then here's Spiritomb. Another headache. Was it from Wagovi? Yeah, it is. It is. I took the shot Monday morning. I was supposed to take it. Oh, these are so nice looking. I was supposed to take it Sunday night. And I was late on it because the prescription was not refilled on time. So I had to take it Monday morning. And, man, it is just such a powerful drug. I weighed in. I'm like a pound lighter. Today, I only managed to eat like a small scoop of rice and 2 pieces of chicken. And then for breakfast, I had like 2 boiled eggs. And that was it for the whole day. I just couldn't eat. Here's Tizaruk. And here's Giant Salamander. And here's Little Twin. And here's Mina. It's like taking poison. It makes you feel awful, but it works. It really works. You eat less. It works. I feel like it changes your physiology a little bit because I feel like even after a while, your body's like learned to avoid some foods. Here's Hoity-Toity. Looking for trouble. Okay, the Third Eye Girl, but not Third Boob, huh? Okay, some characters here. Chibi Bookmark, My Melody. Ooh. Here's some Fortnite. Okay. Evil Twin Lilla. Blackwing Blizzard, the Far North. Protection of the Elements. 1 pound since you started? No, it's been like... I'm down like 10 pounds, or maybe you could argue 11 now. I don't know. It's hard to keep track because... You know, when I originally started, I had a certain weight, and it kind of fluctuated up and down. So it depends on if you want to take the very highest point or more like the median weight. Here's Emblem of the Plunder Patrol. Yeah, it really works. It really does force you to stop eating. It kicks your ass if you eat. Rampardos. Here's Drillbur again. That's not Drillbur, right? That's... I always forget this guy's name. Excadrill. Here's the Devil Lady. Here's this girl. Here's... more girls. Here's Shanks. All right, so I saw a pattern with those. It kind of tells me, you know, when I was building these, I was pulling from the same pools of cards. Look at this. You have a whole brick now. You've got a brick of holographic cards. Thank you so much. I'm down 50 pounds from injections, cholesterol way down, blood sugar way down. Yeah, I'm fasting right now because I'm about to have a blood test, full panel blood test done. And the doctor told me no eating, can't do anything, no painkillers, no, just absolutely nothing for like 12 hours. So after this stream, I won't be going to bed. I'll just be driving to the doctor like in 2 hours. Maybe I'll just play some video games or something, but I got a doctor's appointment in about 2 hours after the stream's over, and then I can go relax. I guess I'll rush off to bed, and we'll see what we do for the Tuesday stream. All right, what do we got? Blood tests, guys. You're gonna have them. Yes, yeah. I know that my in-laws almost never, ever, 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 ever see the doctor. They don't like to see the doctor. And it's like, for a relatively low price, you can go get a blood test and know a whole bunch of things about yourself. You should do it. It can even detect cancer. Blood tests can detect cancer early by noticing weird abnormalities with you. All right, Jay-Z, new bag? All right, you're supposed to take one every year, says Aovic. Yeah, I don't think anyone follows that rule. I will be following that rule because that's what probably smart rich people do, is they see the doctor frequently to catch illnesses as early as possible, and then you can begin treatment sooner before the disease progresses, you know. So that's why rich people end up living longer, is just because they spend more money on the doctor. That's it. Healthcare is important. That's why people want healthcare to be a right. They want it to be free, because it's like, yeah, well, you know, name me something more important in life than staying alive. Well, probably one thing, Pokemon cards, right? Hey, here's this waifu break. Nobody jumped into it. I'm going to let this go back down. So this is going to come back off the table. Tonight I plan on pricing a lot of cards if I can get through them quickly. And we got another PSA submission coming in, so you guys better be keeping an eye on the cool things coming to the table, because we're getting a lot. You're going to see a lot of cards get posted up in Discord. You're going to see a lot of cards ready for slab away. You're going to see a lot of cool cards. Mr. Roberts says, I don't get notified when you're live at all. Haven't for about a month. Do all you guys get notifications when we go live? Who got a notification? Who didn't get one? Let's see. I have a bag. Oh, Jay-Z's got a bag. All right, Jay-Z, where are we keeping your bag then? Because I didn't see you in the JX box, and that would be the natural place to put you. Let's check over here. Ah, you're in the overflow box, which we likely created just for you. All right, well, Mr. Jay-Z, you have yet another bag in the overflow box. You got a couple bags. You got 1, 2, and 3, okay? You got 3 bags in the overflow. I just know when you go live. YouTube loves me. I get all the notifications. You know, I go live so consistently, I'm pretty sure people know I'm probably live, you know? They go, what time is it? TCC's probably live. Now, let's talk about the giveaway early, shall we? We've got the Mark giveaway card. I would like to hit 40 likes and then activate this giveaway. So take a second, smack the like, and let's hand this card out as soon as we hit 40, okay? Somebody tell me when we hit 40. And let's rotate this. So this is one that I think will probably sell pretty fast. Yoshi fast. I think I said fast. Yoshi, here's a Princess Peach. These are retro Mario cards. They're pretty cool. Let's see, we need a card that's graded like 9 or something. There's an 8. There's a 5. Here's a 9. So many cards failed a grade 10, guys. It's true. Don't smack the like too hard. Last time I broke my screen. I took my mom to the doctor today because she messed her shoulder up. And when the doctor asked her when she was the last time she visited, she said before COVID. Yeah, again, people don't really want to go to the doctor if they feel fine. It's like, do I got to? You know what I mean? Just feels like a waste of time, a waste of money. Plus, anytime you're in that doctor office, it feels like someone's going to cough on you and you're going to catch something. Joseph Smith, two of the Chinese 151 Journey. Yes, so you'll notice a lot of these 151 packs have shot up in price a little bit, with Journey still being a little bit cheaper, but not as cheap as it once was. We were opening up so much Chinese 151, surprised me. We had it at such a great price, and we never pulled the Pikachu Gengar, sadly. Yeah, we've gotten out of Queen, and now it is back up to a correct price. Hey, not bad, picking up Alakazam out of there. Okay. So one shiny Alakazam for you. Little snipey wipey there. And I think we keep you in this box. No, we don't. Where do we keep you? Joseph Smith, do you need a new bag? I feel like you do. All right, let's create a new bag for him. I'll have you one smoking a cigarette outside because it's hot. Yeah, it's that summertime, man. 100-degree weather. It's spicy hot, man. We got the AC blasting. We are. I know where I'm moving. I'm moving to Hawaii. We are. We're going to get real far away from everything. And now I hang out with Mark. Yeah, I joked with Karish. You know what I said? I said I'll move to Hawaii and then I'll rehire John to come do the encapsulations again. He already knows how it all works. But, you know, I think that would be really tricky because how would we even get the machines out there? We'd have to freight ship them somehow. Can't just bring that, you can't just like pack that up on a box. We'd have to probably pay like $10,000 to $20,000 just to get it down there. All right. I don't think she would like that joke. Oh, yeah. She thought it was a little bit funny, but she was like, yeah, we're not doing that. Say, hey, let's go back to Hawaii. Let's rehire John. We'll go to Hawaii. And I'll be like, yo, John, I'm in Hawaii now. All right, let's see. Let's take a picture of these. What's this? Seeing this bad boy. Let's see. Gold Star Rayquaza. What is it, for like $1 million? Highest bid, $500,000. Nice. All right, we're going to take a picture of the nines. Ooh. The nines. Bleak. All right. Good. I love LA. So we just take all the nines and put it in the 9 box. Whoa. That box is so full. How heavy is that now? That's pretty heavy. All right. Yeah, I love LA. LA's my favorite, bro. I'm never leaving. Let me hit refresh on this. Sunk like Atlantis. A lot of Californians are moving to Hawaii. Really? Okay, looks like there's no orders in the queue. You know, we noted it was a bit of a slower Monday stream. So the Monday stream was a bit slow. Let's pull some 10s to the front here. Take a picture of these 10s and start clearing the table off so we can get even more stuff priced. So that's my goal right now. Go to the All Slabs channel. We have some pretty amazing poker cards, and we're seeing really high prices on these cards. But not so crazy that they match, you know, what typical well-known vintage cards go for. So, in my opinion, still priced well. So, Jake, Yoshi, Princess Peach, she would go in. Actually, so would the Professor Burnett. These would go in the M box. Yoshi goes in the Z box. Jake the dog goes in the A box. All right. They are not like us. They are not like us. All right, let's take a round of these consigned cards down. The consigned cards are cool, but they've been rotating. People have had a chance to see them now, and they haven't been purchased. So I think people have said, well, maybe not those, or at least maybe not at that price, or maybe not today. Obviously, if people just had money burning a hole in their pocket, they might be like, yeah, let's get that. Got an Uyama 7. Uyama 7, huh? Where'd the Uyama 6 go? Can I get a Shohei emoji? What's that? Is that baseball playing guy? Ooh, this guy doesn't even have a sleeve. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. That's some gold. Gold got a little cheaper. There's the other Uyama. I think it's just fun to say Uyama. You know? You want to be able to say, I have an Uyama. Okay, so this is a 7. This is a 6. This is Trafalgar Law 10. And here's the Black Winter Thor. So that's pretty nice. Okay, let's take a picture of these. Ready? All right. We're going to go to the consign channel. That's weird. I thought we had more than this. Could have sworn we had more than this. Must have missed them or something. Or maybe they sold. I don't know. Okay. Take a picture. So fresh consigned cards. Oh, notice in the consignment channel, we have one of these for 380. Well, one of those just sold on eBay for 400. Yeah, if you look it up, I'm not going to look it up, but I noticed it today. One of those sold on eBay for 400. All right. It's like watching a tape on repeat, says Mr. Patrick. What is? The van isn't consignment. Yeah, he's not. So we only took a picture of the 4 right there. We didn't take a picture of Van. He's all good. All right, smash that like button. Let's get it up to 40, everybody. We're hitting refresh. Holy crap, things are going down at Xbox again. Holy Jesus. Let's see what we have here. You ready for some fresh slab pricing, everybody? I'm ready for it. So we've got Beedrill. By the way, you don't have to wait for me to price these to send in an order. If there's anything you want to open or you want to talk about what's worth opening, we can have that discussion. Here's Beedrill. Actually, we're still looking to pull Mega Gengar out of the Ascended Heroes, so we have plenty of Ascended Heroes for that. And yeah, there's just a lot of good older sets. Wow, look at this. Kurumi. I think a lot of interest is going to be on the slabs for a minute, though. I think people are curious what these go for, and they'll probably tempt themselves like, oh, maybe I should buy that. What series is Exodia from? That's the Legend of Blue Eyes 25th Anniversary series. So it's pretty cheap, and it's just recently printed. It's about 3 years old, actually. Beedrill. Okay, here's an Umbreon 8. That seems like a giveaway, doesn't it? I mean, it would probably sell as well. Oh, pop. Oh, this is a wide sleeve. God damn it. Don't want a wide sleeve. State of Decay 3, supposed cancellation. Someone reported at Rare Doors being locked, but I think that it's fake. Okay, State of Decay is such a boring game, dude. They talk about it like it's something to brag about. Like, bro, who's playing State of Decay? Somebody in the audience is going to be like, that's my favorite game you're talking about, bro. All right, here's Meowth, Queen of Spades. And here's Umbreon, PSA 8. Okay. Now let's start with the pricing. So as an 8, we're going to price this at $28. Now, time for the Meowth and the Beedrill. We're going to say poker, comma, playing. Oops. Meowth. Rare made Sea of Thieves. Oh, man. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we've got Sea of Thieves, everybody. Aren't you excited for Sea of Thieves? Ooh, wow. So the Meowth looks better in the yellow and the blue version than in the green version. See, look. Nice and clear versus ugly green camo. The nice and clear version is much more desirable, in my opinion. Well, what's this one? So here's one, and they want to ship it from overseas. Where's it shipping from? Canada? And it's got $25 shipping, and it's got an import fee. So let's take a look at that for a minute. It's about $285. So Meowth, $285. That's a pretty good price because the next one is $500. The next one of that type of Meowths. So from $285 to $500 if the other one sells. Now Beedrill. Check Beedrill. Okay. The Helldiver community raised $200,000 for children in need. Oh, that's sweet. All right, so Beedrill. Looks like he's just about 500. Wow. I'm going to go with 450. I don't know. I just don't think he's going to sell at 500. There's two of these listed, and they're both for 5. Crazy. And then let's check out Flying Pikachu. Flying Pikachu. 023. All right, we're going to say $90. Looks like it's $95. Wow. 95. These are all too expensive to like go into like, you know, I mean, this won't even fit in the live customs. This one can go in the Poke Shuffle, but it's like a whopping $100 card. Rough. We need some tag returns, man. That's what we need. We need some tag returns already. I feel like we're going to get our tag returns back all at once. Kurumi signature. All right, let's take a look at this. Here she is. And this one is gold signature. We want silver signature. Oh, that's the cheapest one, actually. Okay, hold on. Wait a second. Let me look at it. $300 it is. All right. Cheap, affordable, cheap. Okay, and Umbreon. There we go. Fresh cards up on the table. Fresh slabs. None of us said it was okay. What? What's going on with Patrick Green? You taking your meds, Patrick? Patrick needs to take his meds. He's flipping out. All right. So we've had a second to do that. Let's show off some of the booster packs in our menu right now. Oops, what is going on here? This is my booster packs bag where I show off some booster packs. Okay, let's talk about it. Chilling Rain was recently added, and this was the set that had the Altar Blaziken. Celebrations. We're heading into the new celebrations time period. Might be time to pick up some 25th anniversary celebrations before they go any worse than 60. I mean, they do get worse, right? Like, look at XY Era. XY Era, everything's like $100 now, right? So this gets to 100 one day. So Inferno X, fresh case. Probably got a Charizard hiding inside of it. Yu-Gi-Oh! Rarity Collection. We still have that. The Boys. So this, you know, it's funny. This bag is starting to feel a little older because The Boys ended like 2 weeks ago or something. Here's Harry Potter Quidditch Cup. That's vintage Harry Potter. That one is a little bit relevant. You know, you've got Harry Potter around the corner of the new TV show. We don't know how well it's going to do. Here's Riftbound, Riftbound, Riftbound. I just ordered a case of Spirit Forged Riftbound because this stuff just sells. It sells through. The Riftbound keeps selling through. Then we get Nikkei Precious Arena. Here's Final Fantasy Dreamlike Oceans. We've got, this has actually been selling without me needing to advertise it. So that's the Azure Lane English, and that's been selling. Here's the Surprise 151. Are we ready to put this one away? So this one used to sell like hotcakes, and now not so much because it's expensive again. It went up in price. Chaos Rising. No one ever pulled the Mega Gray Ninja. Maybe not that popular. And then here's Abyssai for 6.5. You got the Abyssai Altart. It's a big chase card. Nobody really pulled anything crazy out of OP16 One Piece. And then here's Chainsaw Man for a quite pricey $14, unfortunately. And Brown Booty Dust for 2.5. All right, lots of fun packs. You know, I noticed one is missing, though. We're missing a representative pack from the... Powder Puff Girls. Where'd that go? Powder Puff Girls. Oh, it's over here, right? So we just have a little bit of these left. Here it is. $12 per pack. We're not restocking it. This is a one-time stock, so it's a bit of fun. We have a huge menu, you know. Like Miss Kayla Taylor, she came in. She didn't buy a single one of these packs in this bag. She bought her own stuff, like Impel Marvel Series 2 and 3, and she just had a lot of fun. She pulled a lot of cool stuff. So, you know, we have an extensive menu. Take a moment and look at some of the cool packs we have over there. Not to mention, look at this. We've got these 2 Naruto packs, and they're at a much higher price of $40. We already got rid of the previous ones. Didn't like multiple people try to buy those. That's because they were underpriced. So these guys are more appropriately priced. And as we know, Bandai's releasing a new set of Naruto cards. So these are officially Naruto Vintage, and it's an ongoing series. Ah, very good. All right, let me go look up this Helldiver community. You call that love. Hey, what's up, Tammy? Tammy's here. What's going on, Tammy? Let's check the website. Let's see what's going on the website. I bought the Meowth, says Jesus. Oh, yeah. All right, so I'll service the Meowth first, actually. Yeah, the Meowth jumps to 500, and honestly, we're seeing most of these old vintage poker cards sit at about 400. So the Meowth feels like it was, in fact, a good price. Here you go, Mr. Robert. All right. I know a couple people who would want this card if they just had the cash in their pocket just then. All right. I'm practically hosting myself for Devil's Advocate. I wouldn't touch this guy with the 10-foot pole. Well, guess what? I don't really want you to touch me either, so we're all good with that. I prefer privacy. All right, so here's Robert breeding with his Meowth. I don't even know what you're saying, dude. You sound a little delusional. Here's Alexio Alvarez. I wouldn't touch this guy with the 17.5-foot pole. 4 Ascended Heroes. Is he talking about me, or is he talking about somebody else? I don't even know what he's talking about, man. Grab this. All right, very good. Ready to sneep? You know, it feels like we're zoomed out. Does it not feel like we're zoomed out? Give me a second. I swear to God, we're zoomed out. Oh my God. All right, so close this. 17, Epstein, favorite number. Nah, that's way too old. There you go. Tossing this. I don't know who he's talking to. There you go. Oops. He's practicing before he runs for political office. All right, here's Ascended Heroes. Tossing that. I'm so scared. Hey, yo, hold my hand. Okay, put this back over here. Miss Six, how are you doing tonight? All right. Alexio Alvarez. So, snipping time. Snip number 1. Snip number 2. This is kind of a big order. We're going to see if we pull Mega Gengar here. Here's, well, Meryl's coming out. That's not bad. Oops. Set those hollows there. Meryl. Okay. Then again, you would remember 2008. I do remember 2008. It was an interesting time period. Here's Surfer, Stunfisk, Kilowattrel. Let's see. He's talking to demons. Cramorant. Executor. You walk away with 1 AR Mirrored. I mean, if he grades 10. Nah, it's tough, man. Okay, Alexio, you got this bag of hollows. Remember that? All right, we'll set that there. And we'll grab this bag. Let's set it here. Hey, what's up, Mr. Brandon? There we go. Who's jumping into that Ghastly break, by the way? That Ghastly break has 5 spots remaining. He's quite close. He's now one of the closest table breaks to the end. There he is. There he is. All right, 5 spots remaining. Neo First Edition Ghastly. Thank you, Mr. Alexio. Let's see what's going on now. All right, there's no orders in the queue once again. Let me go ahead and price up a couple of these slabs. Oh, yeah. Boop, 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 boop. Here's Luigi. Battle for a spot. You can battle for a spot if somebody wants to join you on that. 1. Here's the gym leaders. Got an 8. That's pretty bad. Why did it get an 8? Oh, probably that white dot. Okay, it deserves an 8. Here's Pokemon Blue Red. Wow, do I keep that? Trainer Red? So bizarre. Okay. Mario Ace of Clubs. I love it. Such a cool looking card. Okay. And here is a Princess Peach, Queen of Clubs. There we go. So there's Princess Peach. Here's Mario. Boop, 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 boop. Here's Red. Here's Gym Leaders. And here's Luigi. It's Luigi. Mamma mia. All right. 75. We got a lovely mark giveaway being handed out. We're going to hand it out when we hit 75 likes, okay? That's the goal tonight, guys. So we're going to have to look that one up. I think this Mario is going to be set at 150. Okay. Miss Princess Peach shall be set at 100. Poor Luigi, he's only 75. He's a manlet. No, I'm just kidding. All right, we're going to say PSA. Wait, can I just search recently? Oh, cool. Okay, so we can just type that and go red. Oh, it's not going to help, though. How about Jack of Spades? Nothing? Okay. Let's type in red. There he is. Nobody has a good version of him like I do. Let me check sold. Ah, there it is. Sold on April 2nd. Look at that. So, and it sold for quite a lot more than the other ones. So this is the nice version of it. See? Nice version. Now look at these. These are the ugly versions. They're just ugly. See? Look how much better. My version looks much better because it's blue deck. Red and green deck have the ugly camo. So that is going to be the more desirable version of the card, in my opinion. Let's see. The last sale of him was on June 15th. That's the ugly green version for $344. So there's some interesting demand for this card. Poker cards, where are they going? This is a nice clean trainer red and no camo. Now the Gym Leader's 8, huh? What is Gym Leader's 8 going to go for? Gym Leaders. And then I need to change this as well. So we're going to turn this into a PSA 8. Nothing to see here, huh? There's a PSA 6 for 100. Here's the raw card for like over 20 bucks. Let me check sold. Okay, here's an 8. Looks like for the 8, I'm going to ask $65 on the 8 for now. All right. There we have it. Okay, let's see if there's any orders in the queue. We just priced. Well, you know what? Let's price up one more thing. Ooh, that's really cool. Joker Professor Oak. One more thing. So we get 5 items up on the table, and then we'll check orders. So this one shall say Oak playing poker. And we want the cheapest one. We have the green version for $300. That's the cheapest one. And then the blue version for $320. We're going to go with the blue version. That's what we're selling. So ours will be about $320. There you go. You know, every time I posted the Professor Oak card for sale, he's just, boop, just popped off the table. I've never been able to keep this card on the table for very long. This, same with Trainer Red, and same with the Gym Leader. All 3 of these sell every time. The Gym Leaders especially sells. I think people love this card. It's just a cool card. Sadly, that one's not a 10. That's an 8. Of course, these used to be a bit cheaper. That's why I keep talking about. These cards used to be a bit cheaper. They've gone up. So whoever was buying them back then for me did quite well. Victor says, Flying Pikachu. All right, let's get that Flying Pikachu. Grab this. Write your name on the back. Okay. Good. Thank you so much. That's the Pikachu sold, everybody. All right. Let's see. All right, the queue is open. So we're going to price up another card. He just bought it. Look at this. Oh, man. Pokemon Blue Magikarp. So Magikarps go pretty crazy, actually. I think there's a lot of people out there that want to collect Magikarp because he's a simple fish. There you are. Very good. Make poker great again? It is. Poker has always been this set that's kind of sold for a little less than the other sets. And now that everything costs like $3,000 a card, people are looking at poker cards going, hey, that actually might be pretty good. Oh, this card's accounted for. People are looking at that going, hey, that might actually be a good card to be putting in the slab away and acquiring. All right, let's see. So Magikarp is going to be, now this is the old vintage. Oh my God, $640. And then it goes to 1,000 after that. But it hasn't sold at 1,000, right? Let me check sold. We'll go by ended recently. Okay, it hasn't gone for 1,000, that's for sure. So let me back out of here. But you know, I think that we're right on the precipice with these cards. I think that's where we're at. I think that's what you're seeing with the poker cards is if you're looking into them, because we are looking into them, we're pricing them live right now, right? You're looking into them and you're seeing a price spike just around this time period. They're drying up. There's just not that many left. It's Fred! Sushi style Magikarp, salad style Chikorita. Oh my gosh, did you see that video of Chikorita getting cooked? All right, so Trainer Red is accounted for, and that's a really cool card. I like that it doesn't have the ugly camo on it, and I think that that's a hold. It probably pop lower than 15. That's how rare it's going to end up being, like pop 15 or lower. Let's see. So we're going to jump you up here. It's going to say July 26. Oops. Robert reading. PSA 10 Magikarp Poker. And then it's going to say, oh, not Magikarp. Trainer Red. All right, Trainer Red is 500. And you sent an initial payment of 125. So we need to apply 105 of that to 500. 395 remains. Boom. All right. Trainer Red. I was looking at homes a little bit again today, and one of the things that I was kind of getting into, I was looking into homes built in Texas that are being built around these like artificial lagoons. Have you guys heard of those? Who's heard of that? Artificial lagoons. And if you're living in Texas, you've probably heard of it. But they're building these gigantic swimming pools, really huge. And they're made with like white sand and, you know, they take up like 20 acres, not 20 acres, maybe like 16 acres or something like that. They're really humongous. And what they're doing is they're building these lagoons and attaching them to like master planned communities. And I was just kind of looking into that because it's such a curious thing. And they look nice. They actually look really nice. Apparently, it's possible now to build those because of a new technology they've invented that allows you to clean the water very efficiently with very few chemicals. And so they get this crystal clear water, and then they put, they import white sandy sand, and yeah, you can just go play in your master planned community lagoon. And they're so large, you see people like windsurfing in it and kayaking in it. It's very fascinating, the idea of it. And apparently they're building one of those, I think they're building one of those in Disneyland now. They have one of them here at the Hilton Hotel. Here, look at this Slowpoke. Ooh. Yeah, so it's a company that's keeping the technology private, and they're out there building. Here's Karabi. Next to the beach, too. Yeah, actually, they like to put them near the beach, apparently, because that's a very easy way to source the water. We got this lovely Rayquaza, by the way. This is from Roaring Skies. If he was PSA 10, he'd be costing like $1,000, right, or 1.4 thousand. And we just graded this a long time ago, and I gave it an 8. So we took the PSA price of an 8 and we reduced it by 25%. Just a lovely card. All right, how you doing, mister? Hey, what's up, Starscream? We're just hanging out, having another nice stream together. How you guys doing? Let's hit refresh. Let's hit refresh. Let's hit refresh. All right. And we'll go ahead and grab some more slabs. 2, 3, 4, 5. So tonight is all about the slabs, huh? We've already sold a couple of them. Let's see. We've got Pokemon Blue Squirtle. This is a really cool card because it's Squirtle on the front, Blastoise on the back. Wow. Pretty neat. Squirrel on the front, Blastoise on the back. So that's, you know, in particular, that's good for the blue deck. Let's see, we'll grab this guy over here. Hey, it's Mr. Brett Love. How's it going, Brett? Pull that. Sneak one of these. Okay. All right. Now we've got Squirtle. Ooh. And here's Vaporeon 10, also from the blue deck. Wow. Squirtle and Vaporeon, serious cards, huh? Okay. There's that Bowser again, huh? Grab these. Okay. Put that there. And we'll put this on here. I bet you the Squirtle is going to be a little cheaper, like surprisingly affordable. Curious, how much it would cost you to get a case of Union Arena the time I got reincarnated as a slime? You know what, Mr. Starscream? I'm all done with Union Arena. It's bit me too many times. Union Arena's no good. So I'm all done with that set. I won't be buying it anymore. We'll stick to sets that people open. So we're going to say Squirtle. All right. Brown Dust 2, Waifu release July 3rd. Oh, okay. Time to stock up on that, it sounds like. Okay, let's see. So, there's green version, red version, red version, red version, yellow version, green version, red version, leaf green. I can't even find a blue version. Did they all sell out? Is that why? It's really interesting when you can't find the version you want. Just open a BOA account so we can use ZELLE. Gonna take some time to move everything over. Oh, that's cool, man. All right, let's see. Ah, here it is. The blue version did sell out. So there was blue version for sale, and then it sold out. There's no more of them for sale on the internet. Sold out almost a month ago. Yeah, let's go back to sold items. And then once again, let me see the price of the red version. So the red version is at $400. And I have a suspicion Squirtle lovers, people who really love Squirtle. Oh, no, wait, here's a red version for $300. People who really love Squirtle, I think, prefer the blue version. Because, again, it's Squirtle on the front, Blastoise on the back. Pretty cool. So this guy gets to be a little more expensive than the rest. So we're setting him at $450. Oh, and why don't I show you how rare he is? I bet you there's like 65 of the Squirtles. I'm not sure, though. That might be a high estimate for the blue deck version. Might be lower than that. McDonald's fries, Mistress, the Ray Potential regrade. Can you show it? All right, so you're going to be shocked and amazed at the high population on it. This card. There's just 24 of these. 24 of these, and then there's no more. Crazy, man. The Rayquaza, it already got an 8. Regrade is up to you, and I'm not going to disagree with my grade of 8. I'm just going to say yes, it is an 8. Here it is. You can regrade it if you wish. It is. I don't really love the idea of it being regraded, but you know, you can do whatever you want to it. It's your card. Now here's Vaporeon. Eating some Filipino style spaghetti. Yeah, what do they use for the spaghetti sauce? Let's see, Vaporeon. Okay. All right. And we have... So this is Blue Deck. And here is a Canadian one. And then in the US is 400. Oh, the Canadian one is older cert, though. What about this one? And this one's a newer cert. So we're going to match the American one. We'll actually go slightly under it. All right, so there we go. 390 on the Vaporeon. And then we have even more Mario. We got lots of Mario cards. I don't grade them all the time, and so these are going to float around and sell here and there. The Bowsers probably will definitely sell. The Bowsers do really well. Last time we had the Bowsers, they all sold out. Actually, we've had the Bowsers twice now, and each time they all sold out. So people really like Joker Bowser. They go, hey, that's a cool one. My mom made it with sliced hot dogs. Oh, you're living it up over there. Mom's cooking you a dinner. You got sliced hot dogs and your spaghetti. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, here's Bowser. All right, and here's Cape Mario. All right. We ate a lot of spaghetti growing up. It was like this meal that my mom felt was affordable or something like that for all of us kids. So we'd have a lot of spaghetti. All right, and there it is. Good. Wow. What do you think of that Bowser? Pretty cool, right? Do you trade, mister? I do trades. Yeah, what kind of trade would you like? Yes, sir. Trade time. Let me hit refresh. All PSA up on this table. Remember when the table was all tag? Mark J. Valerin's here. He says, may I get one pack of the Powder Puff Girls? I like saying Powder Puff, even though we know it's Power Puff. All right. Ready? Mr. Mark. Oops. Happy Monday to you guys. We did it. We got past the Monday blues. Now it's on to the Tuesday blues, and then the Wednesday blues, and then the Thursday blues, and then the Friday blues, and then finally, Saturday rolls around. For some people, Saturday is not the best day of the week. Isn't that cool? Look at that. Cool, man. And these are gradable cards, too, by the way. It's art box, so PSA will grade art box. Yeah, look at this. All right. And then this should just be an area card. Well, these packs are really cool. Yeah, only a couple left. They're $12 each. You get so many cards out of it as well. All right. Spaghetti with ketchup for the sauce and hot dogs instead of meatballs. There you go. Technically, ketchup is made out of tomatoes. I had one sister who liked ketchup with a lot of things, and I never understood. I'm like, ketchup? And she was the one who didn't like mushrooms. I was like, you don't like mushrooms? She didn't like mushrooms or olives, which I really didn't understand the olives. I'm like, olives are just strictly delicious. How do you not like olives? Mushrooms they have like a woodsy flavor. So, I can understand someone being picky on those, but olives, how do you be picky with olives? Didn't understand it. Okay. I think I'm ordered one more. Heck yeah, dude. Well, if you want, I'll just go grab it now if you send the order in. Okay. Ketchup is great mixed in mac and cheese with some Tabasco. Yum. I've tried that. It adds a tang. Definitely changes the macaroni. That was another thing we ate a lot of when I grew up. We ate a lot of Kraft macaroni. Why? Because it was like 50 cents a box back in the day. I don't know what it costs now. It's probably like $1.50. Back in the day, you get a box of macaroni for 50 cents. And then in my family, we would make 8 boxes of that at a time, and it still wasn't enough. So we'd cook 8 boxes. You know what that's like? We have these huge boiling pots. They're gigantic, right? Like the pot would be like maybe like this tall, and it'd be boiling with water, and you'd pour in 8 boxes of macaroni and like 3 sticks of butter, and eventually all this extra seasonings. We like to do extra seasonings. We would do balsamic vinegar and garlic. And then a lot of pepper as well. And sometimes broccoli would go in there. Yuck. But actually, broccoli was kind of nice. Let's see. But yeah, you could get 8 boxes of macaroni for $4. So that was a meal, you know. And no one complained about macaroni. Macaroni for dinner? No, but it did get tiring. You knew it wasn't really food. You're like eating something. You're like, well, it's cheesy, I guess. I don't put milk in, just the butter and the powder. Yeah, we never did the milk either. We did water, and we did do the butter, though. It is, we got Buttercup. Speaking of butter, look at that. Isn't that cool, guys? All right, Buttercup. Rah. Okay. Shock the monkeys. What? Okay, shock the monkeys. You can't get away from me. Kicking the afterburners. And another area card. Oh man, I'm dying from a really heavy headache here. What the hell? Tried taking a lady on a date to Shake Shack Corn. She told me I was broke and poor for going there. You should have responded with like, I am poor. What's the problem? What are you, poor? I was poor when Karis met me. I didn't have anything. You are? His... I don't remember their names. Applescotch, Bubble Pop, Blossom, that's her name? Blossom. I knew that. Hello, Mr. in chat. Drink some water with a few pinches of salt. No salt, no salt. Just the water. All right, here's this guy, and here's a Buttercup. All right, little Buttercup for Mr. Mark. All right, Mark. Let's put that in your bag. Thanks. There you go. Okay. Tossing this in here. Lovely. Who else took a lovely lady on a date at Shake Shack and then she accused you of not having enough money? What a jerk thing to say. I would be like, yeah, well, your coochie's like a hot dog in a hallway. Got him. No, that's mean. Salt water is for the fish. That's right. I'm not a fish. I'm going to hit refresh on this. I'd love to get an order from a new guy. Where's our new guys? Joseph Smith, one other shuffle. Who's placing a first-time order tonight? We gotta get some new guys in here, man. I swear, we haven't had any new guys in a day or two. Safe to say, I walked out of that immediately. I'd love to go on an actual date with a brand new... I know I'm married, right? But I'd love to just date, just to, like, experience that again. Just to be, like, to run into people who are jerks. Like you go home with like a story, like you have a story to tell. I've nothing like that happening in my life. My story is like I wake up, my wife is there, she is very normal, I am very normal, and then we bicker anyways. The end. Here's Ivysaur. Here's Mudkip. Here's Princess Peach. I think we're ready for the swinger parties at this point. Is it inevitable that every marriage gets boring at some point? Like, is it not possible to keep it excited? Like, what do you actually have to do to keep a marriage exciting? Wow, these retro Marios are so cool, man. Best date I ever went on was to a card shop. Oh, yeah? So these are all 10s. Just like you guys. You guys are all 10s. Click. Clicked on a couple of those. All right. These look really nice. So, Nintendo Retro Mario, huh? I could just keep these all in the M box, but I don't think I should. Yeah, it would be easier to just keep these all together. Doobie doobie ba doobie buns. It would be easier to keep them together, assuming somebody wants to buy them as a group. I'm going to start putting them where they belong. Wait, is the L going in there? Yeah. Online orders. Sounds good, Mr. Chris G. What's up, Chris? Cape Mario. All right, we're jumping over here. It's kind of fun to meet new women. Easier to marry, though. I still believe the marriage contract's a complete sham. Well, I was talking about how it's like a financial contract and it shouldn't be one. But, you know, I kind of get it. You have to, like, be able to divide wealth at the time of a breakup. And sometimes you've been together so long, it's hard to do that. Here's Chris Gonzalez, 2 pokey shuffles. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, 3. There was a time period where humans just weren't allowed to divorce. And if you did, you'd be looked at like an absolute psycho. You'd be like, what'd you do? And then people just had a bunch of kids and stayed together. Now it's like, life looks very different from that. Is that good or is that bad? All right. Very good. That's the end of the order. It was 2 cold ones. Let's get this refreshed. We got Cubone 9 for $3.50. Pichu for $5.80. Well, I tell you what, now's a good time to be looking for a slab away because we got slab aways, man. We got slab aways. There's the Shining Tyranitar Mega Break. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Come on now. Mark, take me there. Yeah, but it gives the women, most cases, a reason to leave and start over with money. Well, that's what I was saying. I was saying that, you know, you can't be so considerate with the rules that it ironically creates the incentive to leave. Like, would you like to A, work through your problems, or B, collect half a man's wealth and then just try again with a different guy, you know? It's like, well, man, you're making a pretty easy choice for the girls if they're, like, bored or another guy starts flirting with them or something like that. It's like, well, why don't you just leave then? And that's stacked on top of that. There's, like, benefits for being single, pretty significant benefits. They keep saying, oh, what about the children? So the benefits just keep stacking up. Like, how does a society ever survive before everyone was required to pay for each other's kids? Like, oh, I got to have this tax credit and that tax credit, and this thing's got to be free and that thing's got to be free. How does society ever live before that point, you know? We've all just sort of accepted this concept that we're becoming this sort of hippie commune. And I think it's because, you know, there's like wealth inequality and people think the solution to that is to just take money away. Let's see. Let's see. Of course, that never actually solves the problem. The actual problem is productivity, right? You have to produce goods. And then the market has to pay you for those goods. And then when the market does that, you get rich. And then now you're paying all the taxes. Going, why are the taxes so damn high? So here's a Kabutops for $500. We have the much more rare leaf green Kabutops, but I'm not going to do $500. Where am I gonna get kidnapped to? Speaking of flirting, how do I know if a woman likes me, mister? Gosh, I guess if you ask her to go out with you and she says, yeah, that's a pretty good sign. You say, hey, will you come out with me? I remember one of the earliest girls I ever dated. I was really bad at dating. I didn't know what I was doing at all. And I remember I was sitting on a couch at a friend's house, and she was there. And, you know, I was like hanging out with her essentially, but we weren't officially girlfriend or boyfriend. And she kept basically scooting into me. She wanted to be like touching me basically. And another sign, I went to hang out with her one time. She wears this super low-cut shirt. She's like showing her boobs off. So there's signs. They're like, yeah, pay attention to me, you know, cuddle up against me, that kind of stuff. They want to be physical or they want to look at you and talk, that kind of stuff. Those are all pretty obvious signs. They're not going to say, hey, I'd love to put my Feet behind my ears for you tonight. They're not going to say anything like that. Well, you never know, actually, nowadays. But there. I've never had it happen. All right, so let's see. This is 400. Some do, says Aovic. All right, well, maybe not in Missouri. There we go. Maybe not in Missouri in the 2000s or whatever it would have been. Nowadays, things have changed a lot. It's true. Wow. This is amazing. This Squirtle from Tag Team. This is Team Up Squirrel, not Tag Team. It's from Team Up. And it's a reverse hollow 10 Squirrel. It's probably like Pop 10. If you're questioning it, she doesn't like you. Oops. Let's see. All right. Yeah, but you can make her like you. You just have to say the exact right words, and you unlock her mind like a key. And if you buy my book and this program in my Discord server, I'll teach you how to do that. All right, so he is Pop 10. That's pretty crazy. That was right on the nose. He's exactly Pop 10. Let's try to find this guy. I don't think we're going to find him, but let's try. So tonight, we've been pricing up some pretty good Pokemon cards. Squirtle Team Up. Some girls struggle with telling guys how they feel. Yeah, some girls are very shy. It's true. And they're waiting for you to make the first move. And they're like, I guess he doesn't love me. Here we are. I had a brother that would get girls pretty easily. You know what he would do? He'd just walk up straight up to them and be like, I want to date you. And that works. You know, it's like that joke I tell every now and then. When I see a really attractive girl who I find her great looking and beautiful, I definitely make sure she never notices me noticing her, and then I walk in the opposite direction. You know, you can't do that. You got to go walk up to her and talk to her and be like, hey, you're really pretty. I find you attractive. We should get naked together. That's being very direct, and I guess maybe that works on some girls. I don't know if it'd work on everybody. So I can't find this particular card. Let's check sold. Here's a Team Up Squirrel that went for 1.1 thousand in June. So that's maybe our best point of reference. So that one went for 1.1 thousand. I'm gonna make this one 1.5. Should I, Alex, or do you want to do it? I don't know how to read women. Captain America: The First Avenger. We are. Well, you know, I wrote this book called The Playbook, and it unlocks all the secret on how to talk to women to get any woman that you want. Yes. Would you like me to talk about some of the bigger points in the book? I can just give them away for free here in the stream. Tell me if you want me to talk about the book I wrote. All right, I'll do it. So step number 1, be over 6 foot tall. Works every time. Women love it when men are much taller than they are. So step number 1, do that. Step number 2, have abs and a chiseled chin and positive cantle tilt on your eyes. Okay, women love it when you look attractive like a movie star. Step number 3, be financially well off. So don't have a small amount of money, have a large amount of money. And then last but not least, be confident, bro. There's the playbook, guys. It works every time. Go get them. All right, next up, we've got, let's see. The step number 1 is have good arms. They love feeling arms. That's true. Mr. Chris, we already did that one. We already did the Chris Gonzalez order. Okay, I'm 5'2", so that's out. You're a little on the shorter side. Step number 3, get a boyfriend. I don't know how to help you with that one. Here's Mario. All right. Step number 5 is acceptance. All right, there we go. Well, if you're 5'2", if you're a shorter guy, I would aim for a girl who's really short. You gotta go find a really short girl. I told a story about a guy who I met in college, and he was the president of the computer science club. and I took over that role from him, and he was a really cool guy, straight A student, super smart, and he was terribly short. He was just like really, really short. Like he didn't have dwarfism. He was just like surprisingly short. And it's hard to describe, but he was tiny, man. And then one year, I'm looking at his post online that he's getting married, and it's to a girl who's shorter than he is somehow. So he found a girl who was shorter than him. And so that's a good trick. But, you know, your options could be more limited. Of course, if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't hesitate to go for a girl who was taller than me either. I'd be like, nah, I'll still climb that tree or whatever the term is. And there might be some girls that are diggity down for that. Just matters what other things you're providing, I guess, in a relationship. Because height's a pretty superficial thing, you know. I guess looks are in general too. But, you know, height doesn't pay the bills necessarily. Putin's short, for example, right? Isn't Putin a short guy? He's a short guy. Of course, he's not winning that war, is he? I like a guy with lots of One Piece cards. Step number 10, have a lot of slabbed up Pokemon. That's right. I like a guy with 3 blue eyes, white dragon cards. Well, actually, she's shorter than me, if that counts. Oh. Step number 7, just find a mamacita who wants to become a U.S. citizen, and she's got to be shorter than you are. Bada bing, bada boom. That's how you do it, bro. So find a cute Filipina and import her and be like, welcome to America, baby. And then she's like, okay. So that's my next trick coming out of my bunny hat. What do you think of that? All right, so here's all these. Ooh, we got Baby Yoshi here. That's so cute. Baby Yoshi. No orders in the queue. The queue is empty. We've got Diglett. Here's Ninetales. Here's Vaporeon. And here's Luigi. It's Luigi. Luigi time. Here's a Charmander 10. And here's a Larvitar. Wow, for $500, really? That's just too expensive. He can't be $500. He needs to be cheaper. That's just too expensive. I don't know where that number comes from, but that's too high. My aunt and uncle tried doing that to me, mister. They tried setting up an arranged marriage. Go for it, man. There you are. It's called fulfilling the prime directive, dude. You got to get that arranged marriage set up. All right. Good. And you know what? I'm not even kidding. You should just do whatever it is you can do, you know? That's how it is. All right, so we got these. I'd be taking that deal. I'd be like, all right, what you got for me, aunt and uncle? Well, she's got a cleft chin. I'd be like, send her in. Send her in. Here's Giovanni Nidoking. Here's Heracross. Here's Pikachu. Here's, look at these guys. Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. Here's Bowser. The youngins take a hammer to their cheekbones. Oh, yeah, the Looks Maxers. Here's a consignment, the Pikachu Raw card. All right. Slow night, Monday night. No orders. We're just filling in slabs. What do we got here? Here's Dratini. Look at that Dratini. Okay, Dratini. Mr. Mime. Look at that Mr. Mime. Is it too many slabs? Is it intimidating? You guys can admit that there's too many slabs and that it's intimidating. Here's Garlic Breath, and here's Uneven Fingernail Pokemon. This, oh yeah. What about that? Well, I don't know. So Mr. Mime, huh? He's really nice. And here's a Dratini. If you want a chance to pull a slab out for $5, check out the Poke Shuffles. Check out the live customs. Oops. All right. There we are. So. We say Mr. Mime. No, nothing. Oh, I typed in mine. According to this, I did. It probably auto-corrected. Mr. Mime. There's a green version for 285. There's a green version for 500. There's no blue version at all. Let's go ahead and go with 300 maybe. Maybe 325. All right, so that's our goal with Mr. Mime. Here's Dratini9. Oops, we're going to hit cancel on that. We're going to type in 9 over here. All right, Dratini. Okay, Dratini9 goes for $55. Wow, still a lot of money. And this Charmander's pretty cool. He's from a 2004 Leaf Green deck. Don't you mean Ash's stepdad? Oh yeah, Ash's stepdad, you're right. I don't have like Charmeleon and Charizard that go with this guy, do I? It doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe there was a Charizard in this return. Here's a Pikachu. All right. You know, I'm pricing up all these slabs, and it just makes me feel like none of this is affordable. Like, oh, wow, yeah. This is all extremely expensive. All right. Let's fix this. Okay. We're going to say Charmander. Oops. Charmander. So this Charmander shall be... I don't know. It's the Leaf Green Charmander, but I have nothing to compare it to. Well, what's the cheapest Charmander? 300? 300 it is. Let's do it. 300. All right. Now I'm going to make it 340. I'll make it 325. Now I'll make it 350. He's got cost more than Mr. Mime. I mean, Mr. Mime's 325. All right. It's Magikarp. We might wait until we get the Gyarados up here. We got a Gyarados to pair this guy with. Oh, man. TCG in 2026 is for the rich. Well, maybe especially PSA 10s, you know. We got a lot of nice PSA 9s, too. You can check that PSA 9 channel in Discord. But I know what you're saying, man. It's pricey. Here's the Mark giveaway. Let's hit 40 likes. Magikarp for 600. Cubone drawing. The Ghastly break. Nobody joined in that break, I noticed. Here's the Charizard break. And here's Vaughn. Poor Ghastly. I'm shedding a tear for poor little Ghastly. He just wanted to be a break that finished one day. Let's see. Let's see. That's me humming. Do you like it? I'm humming. All right, we're going to close this. So, back over here, we have a rather big order from our friend Sarah Dusenberry. Miss Sarah, oh my. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages, Sarah. 1 Pokemon Jumbo Pack and 24 packs of OP16. Whoa, that's a huge order. Why, thank you, Miss Sarah. Sarah, you made my night all that much better with this awesome opening. Let's see what it looks like. You guys ready for this? Here we are. We were just having a little bit of a slow night there, Miss Sarah. Let's see what this is. All right, so these are always exciting because they can be pretty bad or they can be pretty good. Let's see if we get any legendary luck here. Snipping out that. Trimming this. All right. If we don't pull a big hit here, I hear a puppy dies of sadness somewhere in the world. Not lack of food or shelter or anything like that, just sadness. Just sadness. So we can't have that. Let's toss this over here. What do we got? We've got a cold one. Okay, you ready? Terror Festival. This is always a big card. We got a Vaporeon. What? My day is ruined. No, it's going to be fine because we're going to pull something. So what do we got? We have... Oh, Clefairy. Okay, Clefairy popping out of the 151 pack. That's an important pack. Oh, Team Star, I think. Battle Legion. We have Mega Dream again now, by the way, guys. So when we reset these Poke Jumbo packs, there'll be no cold pack. What was that called? Chili. What was the name of that set? With the Barrett in the front? I can't remember the name of it. So one cheap pack will be removed, and then the expensive Mega Dream will be added. Okay, Terrakion. So far, you've pulled one SR and one Master Ball. All right, Larvesta Master Ball. There we go. How about Inferno X Charizard? Nope, we're going to get Suicune, though. That's a pretty nice card. Here's... Oh, look what we have here. We've got Chestnut or something like that. All right, that's a second SR. That's an older SR. Here's a Spot Ops. Oops. Here's a cold one. Abyssai. How about the Abyssai Chase? No. How about Triplet Beat Magikarp? Quackaball. Ooh. Ooh. So far, so good. You got 2 SRs out of your round, but no ARs. We're looking for an AR or 2 to pop out too, right? Here's Iron Fingers and Toenails. Here's... Ah, this is it. I feel like it's called Chilling something. Cold. Here's Mag Cargo. Ooh, Mag Cargo. Here's Chinchino. Ooh. Here's... We're going to hang out together after the stream, guys. You guys want to watch me play some Star Wars, maybe? I have to stay up and go to the doctor, so I'll probably just play some games until it's time. Oh, yeah. What do we have here? Cold and... Darn, those are... And Reshiram. Well, I wouldn't say it's too good of a round. The lack of AR stands out to me. So you pull 2 SRs and a Master Ball. No SIRs, no ARs. I think this one's a tough round. It's Chilling Rain. No, it's not called Chilling Rain. There's an actual set called Chilling Rain. Go. There's a nice Suicune. And here's a nice Reshiram. Reshiram. You want a bonus card, Miss Sarah? I'm going to give you a bonus, okay? You got a nice little Charmander coming in. So there's a bonus Charmander. And then you got some EXs. So there's your SR. You actually pull a hit out of one of the boxes. And there's the Master Ball. And then this is a hit out of a different box. Because back then, trainers were actual hits. So technically, you pulled 2 hits in that round. But no ARs. Those ARs are valuable, man. I think the ARs add a lot. Okay, that's for the Pokemon. Now, over here. Ooh, do we need a fresh box of this? I'll go get it, okay? OP16, 1 whole booster box. Give me a minute. All right, here we are. Boop. And let's set this over here. Oh, man, I got nausea and everything, man. Crazy. Snipping this. All right. 24 packs of OP16. Let's get it. Ready? Ooh. Snipping this. What's the next OP set that we should be looking out for? You know, I haven't been paying attention to One Piece. Okay. All right. Oops. Snipping this. And snipping these. All right. Oops. I'll toss all these out and have a sip from here. Such a quiet stream tonight, guys. Nobody's even talking any drama. I want some drama, man. All right, let's see. Alexis got yelled at by one of my neighbors again, apparently. They told her, you know, oh, you got to be careful when you're driving in here. We got pets. And it's kind of annoying because they're basically referring to the fact that their dogs wander around freely. They are. But Alexis said she wasn't speeding or anything. It is. It's like, bro, your dog shouldn't be wandering around in the road. That's the problem. Ooh. Somebody driving on the road's not the problem. I mean, people drive on the road. Here's, oh, very nice. The Cape guy. I don't know who this Cape guy is. It's a Monday. Again? Yep, again. This time it was two ladies in a golf cart. And one of them was maybe 50. The other one was maybe 40. So two old ladies in a golf cart. And they're like, just, I don't know, bitter old ladies. And I guess they yelled at her. She said, I got yelled at by these ladies in their golf cart. Told me not to come around here too fast. It's like, she's like, I wasn't coming around too fast. I believe her. She doesn't like race down the street. I've never seen her race down the street. I think they're just mad that she shows up at all. That's why things really going on. They're pissed off that she comes over at all. They're like, this is our road. It belongs to us. Don't come around here. Here we are. All right. No lurking. Anyway, so that's really super annoying. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's an SR. Ooh, lovely. You know, the crazy part to that is they constantly invite tons of family members over to their own home. So they constantly have cars ripping around. Like, how are they reprimanding us? We have one person over, like, twice a week. And they get, like, tons of people over. And they shout and they shoot fireworks. And they make a ton of noise. That dogs that wander all over the place, they're mad at her because she comes over, one person, like, she never hit anybody. Go on now, get, says Lick and Larry. Yeah, pretty much. I think that's basically what they're doing. Yeah, it's very annoying. Like, the golf cart they were in was coming from the lake. So they're having their whole event. And it's like, bro, we're not allowed to have somebody. We have one car. You guys constantly have cars. Here's a hollow. Yeah, it's super annoying, man. I wonder if she's married to the guy who shouted at Alexis last time. Because I didn't recognize her. I was like, I couldn't tell which lady she was. There we go. You should speak up for her and tell your neighbors to be mindful that she is a paid worker. To be honest, if I told them that she's a paid worker, that would probably make it worse. They'd probably be annoyed. They'd probably be annoyed that I have people coming to my house to work on a business. They'd be like, you can't do that here. We are. I would like to tell them to mind their own business, though. Like, don't talk to her again. It is, ooh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I think they're trying to make it an unpleasant place, basically, for people coming to my house. It's like, wow, dude. There you go. Miss Sarah. I've seen one lady make a really angry, wrinkled up face because it was like the post office guy came down our road it's this tiny private road. It's like just barely a road. But the USPS worker came down in his USPS van, and you know, so this person was behind them, and they were so angry that they were delivering boxes to me. She was making just this nasty face, dude. She was rolling her eyes and all that. I can see it all from my window because I'm right there on the corner of it. And it's like, dude, it's not that deep. It's just the mailman delivering the mail. There it is. Very nice. All right, that was a Sarah Dusenberry order. Miss Sarah, thank you so much. I liked your pulls. I wish your Pokemon pulls had like some insane like SIR in it. Here's... It's Luigi. He's not happy with the cost of healthcare. Come on, Luigi, just be a normal guy. Here's Squirtle 10. Here's Professor Oak 10. Here's Left Nut of the Forbidden One. Kurumi 10. Wow, we got some pricey slabs. And here's Kaibagon. Very different name than Snorlax. Ooh, here's Rahorn. Okay. Those are some slabs I can afford. There's Dark Persian. Mega Taiwan. Are there any 10s in this file? Oh, they're all sub 10. All right. There, Mr. Derek getting his boxes again. Yeah, just give her the Nacho Libre move in the wrestling ring. I am a real religious man. Yeah, they upset me, man. Akino Himejima. Who stops to, like, yell at a girl? Like, Alexis is not, like, some nasty person or anything like that. She's not driving some junker vehicle. She's not racing down the road. Wow, look at this card. Holy, man. This is a DXD hero card. What's hero card mean? Toss this here. We might have to have this replace the other break. Remember, we had that girl break and we took it down, the consignment one. Let's see. I believe somebody was asking for a break on High School DXD, and now we suddenly have one falling into our lap here. Asuka, Akino, Himejima. All right, Akeno Himejima. And this card is a cheap and affordable $180. Is that right? 180. Let's just see. Yeah, it's just shy of 200. So this is just shy of 200. Okay. So it would be 41 and 5. Let's go for it. Let's give it a try. $41 and 5. Okay. Yeah, this is High School DXD characters. I guess they're popular. And we'll just give this a shot on the table, see if it goes anywhere. We took down the pink-haired girl one. That one wasn't moving. We didn't give it too much time, of course. We'll say DXD for the keyword. And I'll just show this to Mr. Jeff, because he was the one that was asking for a DXD break. All right, so I'll tell him, here's a small one. All right, put that over there. Heracross 8, huh? Man. Blaine's Charmander, Pikachu, Jirachi. Oh, wow, these are all 9s. God, dude. PSA is killing me, dude. Imagine these had all returned 10s. There'd be so much money in this pile. Instead, it's all 9s. Rough, man. How rare are Meiji Pokemon cards or coins? How rare? Oh, they're rare, baby. I have no clue. I have no clue. I mean, if you ask me how rare is a 10 on them, I'd say that's definitely rare. All right, here's a 9. Here's a 9. slow night, guys. If you want to have some fun, send in an order. Here's left arm of the forbidden one. And that horn. So here's a bunch of 9s. Time to pull these down. I think we've got too many cards in the 9s box. It's actually concerning. I'm actually starting to get scared. Okay, can I zoom? There you go. The zoom wasn't working for a second there. All right, there we go. Nice. Hey, mister, you have an FBI agent. Do I? This. I hope he approves of my taste in Pokemon cards. Or she. All right. How about this thing? Damn, dude. That got a 9 and not a 10. Damn. That's just too bad, isn't it? This would be so expensive at a 10. I mean, it's still going to be expensive, but... I don't know. I kind of want to crack it. It's so close. The centering's good. Okay, so I'm looking at the centering. The centering's good. No problem on the centering. Yeah, centering's good. It's not perfect, so you wouldn't send it to BGS, but it's good. So then it has a problem elsewhere. And my primary concern is up here. So if we zoom in, what is this, dude? This is so stupid. So I suspect it's that guy right there, up on this corner. As you tilt it, it turns into kind of like a white line on the top of the card. I suspect they decided they didn't like that. Of course, you'll never know for sure because PSA doesn't tell you. Isn't that nice? That's so nice of them. I was just hoping they could avoid telling me why my card got a 9. That would be so useful. It's not holding issues on here and here. I hate to say it, but I think I should crack this one and regrade it. I think that I should run a marker up on that line up there. Yeah. I should run a flattening device. That was what I meant by that. So I should run an edge along that. I got to try it because, you know, it's so expensive. This card's really expensive at a 10. Okay, we're going to say fix on this one. When stock pumping? What stock's pumping? TCC stock? Oh, we're pumping, baby. Maybe not the pumping you're thinking of. Let's see. Also, what we listening to, mister? The music? Just Minecraft. That works if you know how to roll it. Yeah, I've practiced a little bit, huh? Yeah, if we manage to... Oh my gosh, we have another big Miss Sarah order. She says 2 boxes of OP16 and 5 bag swords. Whoa. All right, you got it. So let's go get 2 boxes of OP16. I'll go grab some more. Okay, I'll be right back. Whoa. Here we are. All right. Giggity. Whoa. Just a little beef curtain. What? How dare you? Just a little hip dip. Grab this. There we go. Okay. Ready? Snipping time. All right. Snipping this. Snipping these. I just want to know, when are we getting an update to the bricks and minifig story? I'm ready to hear the ending. How does it end? All right, snip this. Okay. There we go. Who's looking forward to the new Ghost in the Shell being released? There's another one? Oh, I'm ready for it. All right, here's an SR. Here's a hollow. A hollow. Ben is taking it to federal court. Yeesh. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. And there's a hollow. When are we getting Chinese Terra? I don't know if I'm going to buy it. I don't know, Tammy. Seems overhyped. It's got a Sylveon in it. I've seen it. Honestly, it looks kind of basic to me. I know it's an alt-art, but it's just kind of like, there it is, Sylveon, you know. But, I don't know. I guess we could buy Terra Festival all over again just to hopefully pull that guy. The problem is there's already so much in the set. You realize your odds of the Sylveon are really low because of the large loot table, right? So your odds of pulling something else are so high compared to the Sylveon. All right, tossing this here. I think it would probably sell. It's just, I think you guys would be surprised how expensive it actually is to open. It's not exactly cheap. And then you're just not going to pull the Sylveon. Here's the SR. You can keep the hollows. Oh, I appreciate it. Okay, putting that there. Haha! Wow, sexy leggings lady. Cork Police. I think he means Fork Police. Here we are. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's another hollow. And here's another hollow. All right. So that's box number 1. Got a nice alt-art out of there. Throwing these away. Set that there. Next box. Ooh. Where my scissors? Where my hug at? All right. Here's another round. Ready? Oh, I'm ready, baby. One little snip. Good. Here's 2 little snips. All right, snippy dippy dippy. Here's 3 little snips. Here's 4 little snips. And here's 5 little snips. Oh yeah. Let's grab these guys. Good. Tossing this over here. Yes. What do we got? Here's a hollow. Hollow number 1, number 2, and here's an SR of this fat buccaneer guy. He's got like a samurai sword. All right, and here's Yamato, tomato, tomato katana. Here's a hollow. Here's the clown again. Boop. Buffy the clown. We got a hollow. Mr. 4. That's not Mr. 4. That's, what did you guys call this guy? Here's a hollow. Sorry for being that guy, but are you going to reevaluate your gold gram price? Probably not. That's like my last one I have for sale. Probably just going to sit there. I could get rid of my gold. Ooh, look at this. Very nice. We did lower it by like $15 already. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. Here's a hollow. I hear Bitcoin's struggling right now. You guys heard about that? One of the biggest buyers of Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, that guy's in some hot water right now. Did you guys know about that? Here's a hollow. He issued like a type of stock, like a company stock, where it guarantees like this high return dividend payment. And he was doing that to raise capital to buy more Bitcoin. And then he did. He bought more Bitcoin. But he bought it when the Bitcoin was like at $75,000 per coin. And then he's supposed to be taking profits from that. You know, it's supposed to go from 75 to 100 or something like that, right? He's supposed to be taking profits from that and paying back these shareholders. But that's not happening. The coin went down. So now he still needs to pay out the shareholders, but he can't easily sell Bitcoin to pay them, because if he does, he'll actually take a net loss on the sale of Bitcoin. And when he sells, it's really bad anyways, because he's one of the biggest buyers of Bitcoin. So it makes other people kind of panic sell, driving the price even lower and making it even harder for him to sell Bitcoin to pay off these dividends that he owes. So he's in a really bad situation, almost like a Ponzi scheme looking kind of thing. It is. I mean, you probably could just call it a Ponzi scheme, but I don't know. I guess it's not. Look at that. Ooh, wonderful. I like that you got 2 altarts there. So those are 2 lovely altarts. The Chinese exclusive Sylveon sells for 700. Yeah, pretty expensive. I'm sure they printed a bunch of them. It's not a card that I'm rushing to go get. Here goes Sarah Dusenberry. Let's get some sorting done. Oh, that's your last piece. Yeah, that's my last piece of gold. Yeah, I'm curious, what's the price of Bitcoin today? Boy, just feeling terrible from Wegovy and under eating. Bitcoin's at 59.2. Oh, man, that looks terrible, doesn't it? Bitcoin's looking bad. I feel like Bitcoin's not done falling. Master Ball. Charmander is actually pretty good. I like the Charmander. Okay. A couple of these hollows, by the way. Did you want to donate those? So these are from the previous box of OP16, and they're just standard hollows. I'll set them over here. Let me know if that was wrong. All right. So let's start this up again. So from this pile, we have this guy. We also have this girl. Okay, so I like that. Now from this pile here, I happen to like one of your hollows. I like the Suicune hollow. He's kind of nice. Okay. The Kinemon is like 35. Yes, take them hollows. There we go. Okay, so there's a nice little Suicune hollow. All right, good. Set this here. I like him. I like the Suicune. I think he's cute. Some Japanese Poke hollows. Oh, man. We are. I am just feeling pretty ill right now. Oh, man, Wegovy's too strong. I don't know what to say. It's like, it's making me feel terrible. Okay, let's see. This guy, douchebag. He's technically a hit, but is he? Okay, here's Gengar. Here's Gyarados. Okay. Job of the butt. Whoa, that's crazy looking. That's a one-piece card? Wow. Some Mario cards. I mean, you could grade them. They're all gradable. I mean, you could grade this, but I don't know about them. I don't know. Master Ball. It's from 151, but it's a trainer. I don't know. Okay. I can't count Excadrill as a hit, and I can't count that trainer as a hit. I can't do it. Hey, got some holos. Look at them, my holos. We got some, look at this little Nimble. You're never going to grade Nimble. Really can't. This character's kind of cute. Would I grade her? I don't know if I would. Hawlucha. Oddish. Tyranitar is kind of nice, I guess. Here's Mewtwo. He's like a nicer EX. Pinsir, Frigibax. All right, just getting your ARs out here. Snorunt. Oh, little English Ascended Heroes there. That guy's a hit. Okay. All right. So we're extrapolating the hits on the bags. Lower half. Have we done this before? Let's see if we've done this before. Snorunt. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Myena's good. Okay. Dradigon. We got these guys are nice. That's nice. Miltank. Yeah, I'd probably keep an eye on these hollow yellow bordered cards. See the Waifu, I guess. Miltank. Pillow-Swine, Geodude. Okay, we got Buzzwool. Ooh, wow, those are hits. Okay, we got a couple hits back here. Good. Good, Anakin. I love that one. Evil Emperor. He's so evil. He's like doing lightning and stuff. That's too much. Have you seen Venezuela Aftermath? Oh, I've not. They got hit by a deadly earthquake, right? Tragic, dude. We all take our lives for granted, guys. Don't do it. Don't take it for granted. Live every day like it's your best Poke Day. Because it could be your last. Okay, let's see. Especially if you're living in bad infrastructure in Venezuela. It's not good. Oh, Mega Emboar SIR. Okay, that's a hit. All of these Topps cards are hits automatically. So Topps is automatically hits. But here's also a Belissi. And these are some EX cards. There's a Growlithe, man. All right, so I like all those. 2 7.2 earthquakes. Mister, what's your consign fee? So generally the fee is like 25% of the sale. I especially help with a lot of junk cards. Now, if you got like a multi-$1,000 card, we can negotiate the consign fee a little bit. There might be a little wiggle room, okay? All right. You don't mind that I yawned, right, Sarah? Just a little yawn. That didn't hurt anybody. Just a little yawn, right? A little Shanks. I'll put your little Shanks in there. All right. You once told me you liked Shanks. That's a Master Ball. ARs. There's a little Hello Kitty. That's nice. Gurumi, My Melody. Technically, these poker cards are all hits. These are in Korean. Ugh. Some rare cards here. You've got some pre-graded cards here. Okay. Oh. No, this is Tuxedo Sam. The Doggy Girls. All right. That's terrible, man. Think of all the poor people who passed away. Hopefully they're able to recover. Yeah, that's pretty sad. You know, actually, it's kind of crazy. It's a very good time for them to be having relationships with the United States again, because we got money to help them. They have oil, and we can pay them for that oil, and all of a sudden they'll have money for, you know, being able to rebuild. And then no sanctions is a big deal too, right? Here's a nice little Rayquaza. Okay, here's a little AR, SAR, here's a little Rayquaza. Let's see. Nice little Tyranitar. Some of these. Sarah, did I mention you got plenty of cards? There's a Bowser. Okay, more hollows back there. Okay, so Sarah Dusenberry, the one with the cards. People are just homeless afterwards. Some people didn't have time to put shoes on even. Yeah, I mean, if you made it out alive, you're already winning, you know? So, we're up, man. Summertime too, huh? Hot in the summer. If I was going to have an earthquake, let it be in the fall or the spring so it's nice outside, you know, while everything's getting rebuilt. No, summertime, huh? Just got to be as painful as hell. All right. When you were working a lot before, how was your sleep schedule like? Not very good. My sleep schedule has never been very good. Like, I go to sleep at about 6 a.m. right now, and then I wake up at about 12 a.m. So that's about 6 hours. So I do about 6 hours. Sometimes I oversleep and I get like 7. But sleep is not very good for me ever. I have trouble sleeping. I usually end up thinking about what I want to get done. All right, so you got all these lovely cards here. Just lovely, lovely cards. And we can split them into 2 piles. And a lot of this is stuff you'd consider grading. So you've definitely been around the block over here. I feel like this Charmander needs to be in. Oh, no, I see. He's not a good one. I see. So I never put him in a top loader for that reason. All right. So there you have it. You got 2 big bags. You got a couple box toppers. You got some Topps Pokemon cards. I think this is, you were in a break and it was a sticky break. And so I gave you bonus cards. So you got some bonus cards. But that's considered a 10. And then you got these 2 to pre-grade. And then just a ton in here. Just tons and tons and tons. And you almost need a hit bag for your hit bag. You know what I mean? Like, all right, show me the really good ones. You know what I mean? But yeah, lots of stuff. I like that Pikachu a lot. This comes out of Crimson Invasion, by the way. It's an English pack. It's in the menu. That's cool as hell. Let's see. Vulpix is good. Okay. That's cool as hell. That's a cool Star Wars card. There's a Gengar. He's always pretty solid. Now, you can send these off to CGC. We're currently taking CGC submissions. CGC, that's the company we're doing right now. It was PSA, but PSA shut down. So I'm doing CGC. I do 4 to 5 hours of sleep. I prefer to get like the full 8 hours. I feel so good if I get like a full 8 hours. I think I start to like panic though if I like sleep too much. I'm like, you're not going to get your work done or something like that. Like, oh, you're going to miss this thing. You're not going to have enough time. And that starts to happen if you like run out of time naturally. Like if you can't get all your work done and you're out of time, you start to wish you could just wake up sooner and go do your stuff and have some leftover time at the end of the day, you know? Yeah, time's really precious. I traded 7 years of my time to build up my Pokemon card collection, and I was very fortunate that paid off. Just because imagine if it didn't. It could have been the other way around. Pokemon could have been one of the worst investments over time. And then it would have been like, ooh. Can I donate my slab to you? In theory, you could donate your slab to me. You want to donate a slab to me? I'm not one to usually turn down free stuff. Rubbing the back of my neck here. Trying to help with this headache, man. Oh, terrible. Wow, thank you, Miss Sarah Dusenberry. This stream brought to you by Miss Sarah Dusenberry. Big orders. And Mr. Robert Breeding, he went kind of deep too. And so did the gentleman that bought that whole slab. Was that also Robert Breeding? Victor Cardenas bought a whole slab. Yeah, it was Robert Breeding. He bought that slab. All right, so has anyone been waiting? Let's see if anyone's been waiting. I hate to keep them waiting. Let's see. Either that or donate for the people. The people? I'm interested in doing that. I just don't want to go hunting for it at the moment. My head hurts really bad. Here's Jirachi. Ooh, Jirachi. Plus, we have this marked giveaway. So if you pester me about it, I will definitely get that slab. Maybe I'll write it down, whichever one it is. Here's Jirachi. I just got this killer headache right now. Yeah, it's too bad. I can't take any painkiller, and I know what it is. It's a Wegovy headache. I know exactly what it is. It's because I ate food, and now I'm getting punished for eating. It's almost like I have to eat less food for this to not occur. It is. But my face is like tired from squinting because my face is like in a lot of... It's like it's helping with... If I squint really hard, it helps with the headache. But then my face gets tired from squinting. All right, so here's Blaine's Charmander 9. XY Evolutions Pikachu. This is the kind of stuff that I am confident Ivan Rodriguez is going to be curious about. Jirachi promo. This came out of a Jirachi Premium Collection set back in 2019. And here's Heracross. Ooh, yeah. All right. So, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Heracross got an 8. And I don't really know what to price it as. Let's try and find it. Heart Gold. Reverse. Heracross. All right, so he's not listed. But let's just take a look at Heart Gold Reverse. And we will go with the cheapest price. This kind of stuff pops up. So, there are some cheap ones, like Tropius, Chikorita, Swinub. Here's a Houndoom for 100. Let's see. Wow, Pichu looks... Oh, that's Spanish, though. Ooh. Is that it? Wow, not too many, huh? That's a curious thing. Well, the Heracross is a... it's one of those clay images. Let's see. Oh, look, it says actually Sashiko Adachi. Huh. So it is another one of those clay images, but it's not by that one artist. I can't remember her name. It looks really nice. It actually kind of reminds me of the Magnemite from Rocky Returns. Heracross, huh? And that's the burning tower back there. The Ho-Oh Tower. What do I want to compare this to? I think for now, I'm going to set it at $95. And just leave it alone. And now we've got Jirachi 9. This is a Sword and Shield. I'm sorry, this is Sun and Moon card. And it was just this cool little promo you got years and years ago. And I've just finally graded it, and it graded 9. PSA 9, Jirachi 79A. All right, so this lovely Jirachi can be purchased for $55. That was not worth grading. Okay, and now we have XY Evolutions Pikachu. Now this should be really, really cheap because this is just a common card. Then again, it's Pikachu. So close to a 10. XY Pikachu. Pulachu. Oh my god, I never typed this right. Pikachu 35. And we want to just buy it nows. So this is about $40. It's not bad. 40. All right. And then Blaine's Charmander. Do you own a copy of the Burn Tower trophy card? No. I didn't buy any trophy cards ever. I just focused on mostly the TCG. All right. Charmander. Japanese. Oh, head hurting so bad. Maybe this yawn will make me feel better. So here's this Charmander for 144. Let me check in here. Okay. That seems kind of high. He hasn't sold in a while. So I'm going to go much lower than eBay. So the cheapest one on eBay is $144 and shipping and taxes. We're going to go with the $100 and the taxes are paid for. How nice is that? Let's take a minute. Let's see how many likes we gathered. We gathered 27, is that right? Is just checking in on that. All right, cool. Mr. How you been? Hey, what's up, Mr. Troy? Oh, I've been better, man. I got this really terrible headache, sadly. And it is dominating my brain right now because it's hard to think about anything else. Here's Charizard. Now this guy, we just had one of these pulled out of the Poke Shuffles. And he was like, what, 85 or something, right? Wasn't he 85? I think he was like 85. He just came out of there. It's another Charizard, grading 9. Terrible. I paid so much for this. Okay. All right. Here we have an order from Mr. Alex Garcia. Let's see what he's saying. He says, can you please check if the T9 Luffy in the 9s channel on 6.4 is still available? It doesn't say sold, and I will send for it if it is. If it doesn't say sold, you said when? On 6.4, so that's the beginning of the month. So if it doesn't say sold, it should still be there. Let's see. I can't remember anyone buying it. Does anyone remember it selling? I don't remember anyone buying it, so I think it's there, man. Let's see. There it is. So tag 6.4. Here's a check I can do, though. Let me go into the other shuffles. Hold on. Let me go into the other shuffles and see if he's in there. I don't think he is. I don't remember anyone buying the King Luffy. All right, yeah, he's not in here. Good chance he's in there. I guess if you're going to go buy him, I might as well go pull him up for you then. All right. Wow, this box is really full. The 9s box is so full. There's so many cards in here. And there he is, first try. Wow, found him in the first pile. There he is, go crazy. I'll mark him sold. All right, tonight's been a slab night. We've sold a number of slabs outright. Here's Mark, he says, can I get another Powder Puff Girl? Yes, sir. All right, Powder Puff Girls for our friend, Mr. Mark. I'll send for him. Nice. We can put that out with your other 2 slabs that are shipping out. Are you happy we figured that out? It went into an Alexandra Noor box. That's what happened to it. Oops. And then her box was set to the side. Professor Utonium. My name is Hacha Chacha. This one is A Day at the Zoo. A Super Snack. Is that peanut butter and jelly? That sounds nice. Here's Taking Names and Kicking Asphalt. And last but not least, this area card. Inside the lair of Mojo Jojo. All All right, cool, man. There you go, Mr. Mark. All right. Win and a 2. Yeah, it's been kind of a slow night, but it really hasn't been that bad. We had a couple large orders. Miss Sarah Dusenberry stopped in, saved the day a little bit, but yeah, a couple big slab orders came through too, you know. Aovic paid off his slab away. That was like a $1,000 sale, just the one transaction. All right. Of course, he got a great deal on the item. He got it for like half price, I'm pretty sure, if not better. Here's Mr. Alex Garcia. Here you go. Thanks, man. Now, what I'd like to do is go looking for, where do we put your stuff? Here it is. So I'm gonna add it to this baggie now. Okay. That way it can't get lost. Okay. Good. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we marked this sold, right? So that's all good. Yeah, there's a lot of slabs in the 9s channel. Maybe some good deals in there because 10s are getting so expensive. We're at that point where it's like people are going to own 9s. That's what it's going to be because people aren't going to spend like $5,000 on Pokemon cards every 2 or 3 days. Here's that's a very respectable Ivysaur, by the way. Based on all the other poker cards we've seen, that's underpriced. I'm curious. Let's go look them up. All right, give me a second. Ivysaur. Buying up all the Luffys because the 10s are ridiculous. So this card is for $150 because there is one online for $150. Weird. I think that makes him a pretty good deal because that's like the cheapest poker card there is. Are there any on the table cheaper than $150? I don't think so. Not great at 10. So he's a good deal. Here's Bowser. Here's Princess Peach. Here's Spy Family. When I don't have a headache, I'm listing that one on eBay because I feel like that needs to go up on eBay. Non-Pokemon cards, they need to be dual listed on the table and on eBay at the same time. Now look at this. This is so cool. The Ace of Spades Mario. Wow. I think stuff like the Ace of Spades still has a lot of cultural relevance, you know? People are still out there playing, you know, like Major League Poker for millions of dollars. That's still a thing. Vegas, going to the casino, that's still kind of a thing, right? And it's just a cool card. There's even a song, The Ace of Spades, right? Motorhead, The Ace of Spades. It's cool. So when we do card collecting, checking out that Ace of Spades is, you know, it's the good card. It's the card with the easily remembered name. It's the high card in poker. All right, let's see. Let's get some of these, I guess I'll get some of these here Luffy's up on the table now. Okay, we'll just do 1, 2, and 3. I was just kidding. That Luffy break did end, though, didn't it, huh? Yeah, look at those Luffys. I love the colors, just the red and black and white. It's just a great look. There's another Luffy that's coming out. I guess it's like a metal Luffy or something. I got a couple from my supplier. We'll see how they turn out. I can't grade them with PSA because PSA will take too long. PSA, they won't even accept it. They'll be like, yeah, you can grade that next year. We'll have to grade them with the CGC, I guess. I don't know. Let's see. What else we have here? So here we have Mario 9. So one of the Mario cards failed. That's an Ace of Diamonds Mario 9. And Metagross 8. Wow, that is just so cool looking from Undaunted. Pity that it didn't grade better. Do Beckett, not CGC. We can also do Beckett. Beckett's okay. Beckett's a very harsh grader, though. All right. Metagross. From Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Woo. And then here's Mario, Ace of Diamonds. He's not going to be very expensive. All right, well, Mario there. It's a me, Mario. Boop, 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 boop. Here's another Mario. It's called Frog Mario. What do you guys think? You think I did a good job tonight? I stuck it out despite this horrendous headache. And we got so many cards priced up for you guys now. And so many new pictures in the Discord server. Oh, 40. You can read that? That does look like 40, right? AGS is still open. Oh my God. Joseph's trying to trigger me over here. Hey man, what about AGS? AGS, they're pretty good. They use AI created. What do we got? He's trying to trigger me. I know he is. Should I sell that Gengar? Now that's the real question. Here's the Ace of Spades for the green deck. It's Squirtle. That's cool. And then here is the Gengar. Man, and here is the Charizard. Charizard. Come on now. Hot honey, hot honey. I want some hot honey with that. Are you guys ready to try our hot honey mushrooms? We also have hot honey aioli garlic fries. And we have aioli truffle fries with hot honey on the side as a dip. All right, look at that Gengar, man. Oh, that Gengar looks good, man. Let's entertain a price on these cards. Let's see. Gengar. $2,000. He's pretty rare. He's not just Poker Gengar. He's Poker Gengar from the Leaf Green deck, and it's just a more rare deck than the old 1996 decks. And this Charizard, huh? Hot honey. I'll take some hot honey with that. And then after that, maybe some hot honey. Is that getting annoying yet? It's annoying me. All right. So we're going to ask about 3,000 on this Charizard, which could be under asking. All right. Serious business. I got 10s on him. Poker cards aren't automatic 10s. He's going to be population 9. Which means the Gengar is going to be pretty close to that. Population 10. All right, there it is. 9 and 10. Hot honey, hot honey. Squirtle. First you get some hot, and then you put some honey with it. That's a thing now. No one ever thought of this before. Then you just drizzle it on everything. Man, there's a leaf green Squirtle for sale for $1,000. It just seems too high. You can buy the standard green version Squirtle for 300. I'm gonna set this guy more to 400. Well, he has an ace of spades. Maybe that's part of it. I'm gonna set him to 500. Plus, he's gonna genuinely be more rare than the other Squirtle, so there's that too. Poke her face. Uh-huh. Whatever you want me to do. Here we go. If you say so, bro. Here's Charizard, Gengar, Squirtle. Alright, how are we looking at? Boo-boo-doo. Listen to this music. It's all like mysterious and hypnotic. So I have just presented to you guys some pretty cool ones. A very special Pop 10 Leaf Green Gengar from 2004, and a very cool Leaf Green Charizard from 2004. And it's Pop 9 and Pop 10. Obviously, the price tags match it, so I'm not really expecting these to sell too fast, but they're a consideration. I'm sure some of you guys are going, maybe. Maybe. Oh, man, I just feel like terrible, dude. I think I should wrap up early, man. I think I should wrap up early. I'm just not feeling good. I just got like this killer headache, and I'm staring into this light. Yeah, and you know what? It's not entirely busy either. We don't have like a line of customers buying up booster packs right now. Now's a good time. It's actually a fair time to wrap up if it's not a super busy night. We can wrap up 30 minutes early, can't we? We're at 2.5 hours. Yeah, maybe a half hour early tonight, guys. I am just feeling ill. I have like nausea and Wegovy headache. It is just terrible. You missed 2 episodes of House of Dragons. Maybe I'll go catch up on it right now. Well, I had a really great time, guys, but unfortunately, I'm just feeling so sick. I think I'm going to stop. And then I got my little blood test in the morning, so I think I'm just going to go rest and see if I can get some Z's in before I actually have to wake up and go. It's going to be like at 8 or something. So I have to go in like 2.5 hours, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go hop off. I'm going to go rest. I'm not allowed to take painkillers, apparently. That's why I read when you're doing the full fast before the blood test, you're not allowed to take painkillers because they want to be able to, be able to test like your kidneys and all that other stuff. And they don't want like a false reading, I guess. So we'll see how that works out. I'm going to hop off and I'm going to go feel better. That's right. I'll see you guys for the Tuesday stream. And look at that spread, man. Doesn't that look amazing? What a spread right there. Man, that looks really nice. See you later, everybody.